still think it's the most valuable skill set anybody could possibly have,
Mm-hmm.
though. Like I'm obviously a pretty big advocate, so
Mm-hmm. Yes.
we'll
So
see.
it's just a matter of, getting back there to where I can have some money in there and be able to, get myself together here and start all over. That's what it feels like.
Okay, fair enough.
You don't give up. You just keep trying,
That's it,
keep
100%.
learning. Yes, ma'am.
100%.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Well, it is 4 minutes until 8 p.m. Sydney Open. Of course, we have to do the disclaimer that says don't trade what you can't afford to lose. If you're buying prop firms, please make sure you check out this, scan this QR code. Sorry, it's a bad view. Let me fix this. Booyah, it's in the window. Don't trade what you can't afford to lose. Period. We already know that. If you're getting the prop firms, just get one. Start with where you're at. Don't get 20. But Funded Futures has probably the best deal right now. It's $50 for an account. A little bit different payout structure than Take Profit Trader. Take Profit Trader obviously is still my favorite, my tried and true. It's just easy. The rules are, less jump throughable. But we'll see. So you guys know all that stuff. Scan this. Typically the code is 6FTC for any of those things. And now let's go take a look at what we've got. We've got barely a couple people hanging out tonight. It's got to be these summer vibes. Hold on, let me shut my office door. Which honestly, I'm good with that because that means we're going to look for our trade, answer a couple of questions if you have some, and then we're going to jump off. So that's all good with me. 100%. Let's see. Gotcha. So 3 minutes until opening 8 p.m., I should say, not opening anything. And we've got the breakout indicator should be loading at 8 p.m. Let's double check our settings. Make sure that's going to come up at the right time. So 20 o'clock. We got it. You're golden. And now we're going to wait. That's all we're going to do. I've got yesterday's high marked up. We're coming into this really interesting area for NQ too, actually. We're coming into, what was it? The low here. We're just now hitting that. There's a fair value gap, obviously, here. This downward trend line we're touching. I would love to see if it's kind of spike above and then drop below, but we'll see. Because right now we've got a big uptick, pullback, uptick. We need a pullback in theory, right? But my perfect vision is going to look something like pullback and then come all the way down. So we'll see here in a moment, I suppose. That's NQ. Gold, of course, all of us are looking for the sell. Full disclaimer, I'm already in a sell. Mostly because, well, it was beautiful. So why would I not be in a sell? Perfect kind of JGS entry right there. We're coming down. I figured even breaking this trend line, we've got a good trade. I'm up about 320, mirroring to about 20 some odd accounts. I literally think I'm about done with copy trading multiple prop firms because even on days where my trading is fire and amazing, it's the technology that's messing up and it's so much. So I think maybe just trading one prop firm a day or something or a session, it's probably going to be the way to be, but I was hopeful. I've tried literally everything. So if you're watching this on YouTube, um, definitely hit me up with whatever trading copier you use for multiple platforms because I have tried many. And when you're crossing between gold and like, let's just say you're crossing on some accounts between gold, minis, and micros, it tends to strip things up quite a bit. And that sucks so bad. So till I find a viable solution. I don't know. We had a perfect trading morning this morning, and I didn't know when I jumped off the call that five of the accounts, and they were PA accounts, had taken minis and not micros, and like we didn't even have a lot of drawdown on that trade. And yep, five accounts gone. So it wasn't we took three winning trades, not even a lot of drawdown or hold through this morning, and five accounts in somehow in that technology stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. So here's our 8 p.m. open. Hey, IQ, how are you? We've got gold up. Let's see what gold's going to give us. Really looking for this move to the downside. Let's let it pull back on the 2-minute time frame. NQ already. Hopefully we get the break to the upside at least for a wick, maybe 100% of the range that we end up forming would be great. And then see if we continue down on the day. Got a lot of downward pressure. We're up 0.12% today already, just since market close. Hey, William. Hey, hey,
Good
hey.
evening, Jimmy.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How
That's
about yourself?
not a bad way to be at all. All right, what instrument are you guys trading the most tonight? Which one do you guys want to focus on? Gold is pushing up again. We don't want to see that. Definitely don't want to see any more of that. We want to see some more sell side. Ideally, in a perfect world, right? But gold is pushing up and NQ looks to be coming down. This 8 p.m. 2-minute candle. 30 seconds left on this candle. Our range is set to 50%. I don't have the contract size on this screen just so it's a little bit cleaner. We're still sitting above the moving average cloud. We're below that higher time frame trend. We're below yesterday's low. Not yesterday's low, but the low of overnight, I should say. And now we wait. We wait patiently. That's the name of the game, right? You get paid more for patience than you do anything else. Hey, Ian, how you doing? What pair or instrument are you guys looking at the most tonight? Here's our 2-minute breakout to the upside. I'm a little biased on buying gold right now. NQ I'd taken either direction, knowing I can hit either target reasonably easily. Gold's got a nice bullish candle. No momentum on this candle here. So this could just be the hourly wick that we're forming. And if you look at the last 1-hour candle on gold, it was interesting to say the least. So I'm gonna sit still on that buy. I'm gonna wait for that candle to close. And it does look like this is trying to break to the downside. So pull back. And let's see. We'll see what we get here. Gold is following through. My bias kept me from those profits. I'm okay with that though. Definitely okay with that. And NQ is breaking to the downside as we speak. So if I'm scalping this, I'm going to be definitely looking to lock reasonably quickly. So I'm going to go over to NQ, close that, enter my sell, entering in my sell. My stop loss is definitely going to be above that high. Maybe looking to come take yesterday's close or this high. That might be a bit of an ask. Gold is doing beautifully tonight. Go figure. And I didn't love it, so I didn't take it. I'm in gold. I'm not in gold. I'm in NQ. I don't think we have a whole bunch of volume. So I do want to kind of lock this kind of quickly. Lock it down. Not a lot. This is NQ. Got all the way into here. So that is 232, 230s right in here. Not just a wick. Hopefully we get just enough of a pump to at least get us to this kind of 232. Kind of taking half of the range. I wouldn't mind taking it into here if we're given the oomph that goes with that, but we need the oomph. So now that we're past that, now I'm going to drag my take profit and lock this. and not let it come back on me. There we go. So I'm locked. What price was that? 200. So looking for the 200s. That's still another 20 points away. It's kind of actually a lot of points away. So let's see. Hopefully we don't get wicked out. That just hit that first zone perfectly. It's already wicking back up. Oopsie. I got 172 out of that gold on a funded shoot. Good job. I was too biased to buy it. Real irritated about how much of the gold move I caught this morning because that was the perfect trade, like perfect in every way. But my technology wasn't. I think one of the biggest things I'm running into with like trade syncer is if you're switching from micros to minis, it misfires, which is fine, but I'm just kind of over it. So we'll see what I end up doing. I'm gonna make $1 million payout from Apex. That's what I know for sure. Don't know when. I don't know how much it's gonna cost me to get there, but I'm gonna get there. It's the only reason I'm sticking with them. Oh, come on, drop. That Foreman bullish. We really don't want to get back above that candle, that previous candle now. So now I can move my stop loss right above that candle. If it taps me out, cool. If I get the continuation, cool. That's all I'm doing. Just by prices forming, it's probably gonna knock me out. And out. So would have been just as good just taking my take profit right there than giving some back. Just as good. Got 172. Good job, John. I do want to take a look. If this sets back up like on a 1 minute, I wouldn't mind going for one more scalp tonight. But I'm looking more for a kind of a swing to finish this move, to take the rest of this area up here. Anyhow, I mean, can that be enough? Yeah. Stop right there perfectly and then tank to the downside. This is kind of a night. I'd probably just scalp into everything. Let's take a look at gold real quick. Gold is doing, gold went the full range perfectly. And has wicks to the downside. Nice. Nice. Okay. Didn't buy it though, so. NQ is pulling back up. ES is pulling back up. YM is going down. Nice break. That's it. That's about the trade I got. I really wanted to see this wick hard and then drop, but we're not getting that. So, in fact, we're getting the opposite. We're getting more of the big move to the upside. So if you'd entered this, cool, this candle forms, you enter, which I did not, obviously. This candle forms, you can decide, hey, I'm going to keep my stop loss here, kind of really close to break even, but a little bit less. By the time you get this next wick and just kind of keep trailing by the candle, so not a bad way to be, or close out. The NQ is back up already, so that's it. Didn't take gold. Just NQ. Which I'm okay with that. Now we wait. If we get back below the 238s, we can look to kind of sell again. I give it at least up till this candle high. Kind of sell more into this range. Again, I'll be protecting pretty quickly in general. So I'm not going to let this go against me by a whole bunch. That's 198 to 200s. 205. This whole imbalance in here. That's it. Not a lot of fancy stuff tonight. This morning's call was awesome. 3 great trades. Tonight, kind of slow. We're coming up on the last few weeks of summer, so trading is going to really be slowing down. Maybe calls shorten a little bit. A lot of the big money is going to be gone for these next few weeks in terms of the last weeks of July, early weeks of August, supposedly. Who really knows? I definitely don't. So plan on that lower volume, if you will, de-risk if necessary, or increase the risk if you're manually scalping. Otherwise, de-risk because we're not moving enough to like get any big outsized moves. So even this, just not moving. We're trying. We're tapping that low now. I really don't want to lock it and then be knocked out either. Let's let this next candle close. I'm gonna move my stop back. Five minutes. Last 5 minute candle form with a pretty big tail. And then we've got a tail on this as well. It says you're kind of coming back into profit on this one. Maybe just close even, break even, or a couple of points, whatever that equals. Do I think we can come all the way down into here still? Absolutely. That's going to be 205. 205. We've got a minute and a half left on this candle. We already have a nice big tail, nice tail, nice wicks over and over again. We're just kind of hovering around this area. So I'd much rather get out with something than nothing. So let's see what we get. Not looking to take on a lot of risk either. Hey, Miss Donna. Hey, Jonathan. And gold. 50% of the 5 minute range. Still feeling to take those highs. Thank you. About the 5 minute, I'd really like to at least come and push, kind of follow through. Maybe on that next candle, make one more big strong wick to the downside. But gold is already wicking to the upside quite a bit. So I move my take profit up, but rather get knocked out in profit. And I'm going to look to lock here pretty quickly. We got 10 seconds left on this candle. Let's see what we get. I'll move this back down if I think we can actually take the move. But if we're just going to chop around, I don't want to be part of the chop. I think that next candle's going to come up and wick me right out. Let's see. Oh, come on, just drop. Fill that imbalance. We're getting the move now. We think all this buying pressure on gold and selling pressure on the indices has got something to do with the Israeli and stuff. Stop is right above the previous candle. Let's see how much we can get out of this. Previous 1 minute candle too. So let's see. I'm waiting. Hovering on the 223s. Looking like it wants to wick me out. Got a bullish candle form, so I could move my stop just slightly, but all that's going to do is take me straight out. And I'm going to be out in a second anyway, so I'll take that. I'll take those two and be done. I'll be done on that. And gold. There we go. Nice wick to the upside. But beautiful trade overall. I obviously didn't take this one, but that one was smooth, clean, no drawdown, easy peasy. 1 minute view. Look at that 1 minute view. Holy cow. Straight up. That's it. Anybody have any questions, comments? It's a very Tuesday. Been in my office or on a computer pretty much all day. If there's anything you want to go over, now is a great time. If not, hey, Jonathan, what's going on with Israel? I thought you were muted. All right, guys, that is about all I've got for the day. So nothing major, two good trades, easy peasy, one and done. Well, technically one trade idea and done. Just entered it twice to manage it kind of really tightly in a choppy market where the direction is not so clear. I still think we can maybe come down into here, but I'm not trying to copy in the same way. I'm trying to make sure I monitor every single thing that's open because everything is so volatile with the copying stuff in a very slow market. It's crazy how volatile that stuff is considering there's nothing to justify that. But I digress. As always, if you guys made any money, go put that in the chats. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions, improvements, feature requests on the breakout indicator, please do let me know. Otherwise, we have a lot of cool stuff coming. The Dragonfly is performing really well. And yes, some people are running some really risky tests with settings that I cannot confirm or deny. But seriously, the people who are just running it as designed, every single one of them is up and in profit with really digestible drawdown. So not a bad way to be. Automation is, the developer says, with all of the fancy management whistles we wanted built in, we'll be reviewing this week ideally, and then hopefully you guys will have a testing version next week. But don't hold me to that because it's other people's hands as well. Not to mention not just that, but we've got quite a few other versions of automation running where all these companies are charging, $400 and $500 and $600 for this, and their strategies are not any better or more profitable, and they're targeting, 1% a week kind of thing. You can do some amazing things with what we've got coming. So on that note, happy Tuesday. I will see you guys in the Discord all throughout the week. And if not, we'll be live again on Thursday. If you have not already done so, check out the link tree, check out sixfiguretradingcoach.com. Every single thing that we release, as well as updates, are all going to be there. And happy trading. Take care and God bless. Bye.